All right, everyone, welcome back. Let's dive right into our final explainer review session. Think of this as your absolute ultimate masterclass for Unit 2 Leadership Development. I am incredibly pumped to be walking you through this material today because let's be real, understanding leadership isn't just about passing a test, right? It's about getting you ready for the actual real world. Before our immediate goals today, go ahead and get your notebooks out. The concepts we're covering are totally foundational, and I can practically guarantee you're going to see this material pop up on your upcoming exam. My goal here is to help you truly absorb these ideas so you aren't just blindly memorizing, but actually understanding the why behind them.
So here is our game plan for today's review. First, we'll hit the core of leadership. Second, essential skills and traits. Third, the 6 leadership styles. Fourth, the power of communication. And finally, number 5, global leadership competencies.
Okay, let's kick things off with Section 1, the core of leadership.
Now, before we even start talking about how to lead, we need to strictly define what leadership actually is. Take a look at this. Leadership is the ability to guide, inspire, and influence others toward a common goal. Now, I want you to notice what is explicitly missing from that definition. Do you see the words bossing or ordering up there? Nope. Great leaders do not just sit behind a big desk and bark orders at people. That is a manager of tasks, not a leader of people. A true leader motivates. They empower the folks around them to step up, to solve problems on their own, and to build incredibly strong, resilient teams. When you're sitting there writing your exam essays, remember this crucial distinction. Managers drive processes, but true leaders drive growth.
To put this into perspective, historically in India, we can actually map this out as a massive conceptual shift. On the left side of our timeline, we have the era of Gandhi. This is the textbook absolute pinnacle of servant leadership, right? Putting the needs of the people first, operating from a place of just deep moral authority and service. But as our economy has globalized, we've transitioned toward the right, the modern era of corporate leaders. Now the goals have shifted towards scaling massive businesses, navigating really complex global markets, and driving technological innovation. But here's the catch. That core need to inspire your people, it remains exactly the same.
Moving right along to Section 2, essential skills and traits.
Go ahead and put a massive star in your notes right here, because this is your practical toolkit. You simply cannot rely on just one capability. You need a really dynamic mix of all 7 of these key leadership skills. You absolutely need interpersonal skills to build empathy and trust, because let's face it, if they don't trust you, there is no way they're going to follow you. Then you use that trust to fuel team-building skills, bringing individuals together toward a shared vision, and you apply motivational skills to get their absolute best effort. Then, when things inevitably get tough, your decision-making and problem-solving chops allow you to navigate crises and find creative solutions while under serious pressure. And to round it all out, you need managerial skills to organize the actual work, coupled perfectly with diplomatic skills to handle office conflicts with absolute tact.
But hey, skills are just what you do. These characteristics, these are who you are, and they are exactly what separates the merely good managers from the truly great leaders. Honesty and integrity keep you grounded, while creativity and innovation push you to break boundaries. You've got to maintain positive thinking when times get rough, supported by high emotional intelligence so you can actually manage yourself and your team's stress. Add in strict accountability for your outcomes, owning your mistakes, plus self-confidence in your abilities, and a clear long-term vision. Remember this point for the test. Skills can be taught in a weekend seminar, but these traits, they require some deep internal self-work.
All right, jumping into Section 3, the 6 leadership styles.
I can promise you, without a shadow of a doubt, this area will be heavily tested. You need to know these foundational styles and exactly when a situation demands that you use them. First up, democratic. You involve the team in decisions. This is fantastic because it builds massive trust and creativity, but, it takes a lot of time. Second, autocratic. You make all the decisions yourself. Now, you might initially think, oh, that's bad, but look at the best 4 column. It works perfectly in emergencies. If the building is literally on fire, you don't call a democratic town hall meeting. You make a swift, autocratic decision to get out. Third is laissez-faire. You give full freedom to the team. Now, this is an absolute disaster for beginners, but it is brilliant when you're leading a team of highly driven experts who just need you to get out of their way.
Then we have our dynamic styles. Situational is arguably the most flexible of the bunch. It means adjusting your style like a chameleon based entirely on what the current crisis dictates.
Charismatic relies heavily on your charm and personality, which is incredible for inspiring really fierce loyalty among your followers. And finally, inspirational, which motivates through deep vision and passion to create lasting long-term change. A true master of leadership, you guys, knows how to seamlessly transition between all 6 of these styles, depending on who exactly they are leading and what the specific challenge of the day happens to be.
Which brings us to Section 4, the power of communication.
Let me state this as clearly as humanly possible. Communication is absolutely the most important tool in your leadership arsenal, period. All the grand vision in the world means literally nothing if you cannot articulate it to your team. And notice what is at the very top of communication mastery here: active listening. That doesn't just mean politely waiting for your turn to talk, it means giving your full, undivided attention and understanding the root of an issue before you even think about responding. Next is public speaking and presentation. You simply must be able to speak clearly and confidently to any audience. Third, you need the maturity for giving and receiving feedback. Sure, offering constructive criticism is hard, but accepting feedback gracefully when you're the one who messed up, that is even harder. Finally, nonverbal communication. How's your eye contact? Your posture? Remember, you are communicating volumes to your team before you even open your mouth.
Okay, let's hit our final syllabus topic, Section 5, Global Leadership Competencies.
So the textbook principles we've discussed so far, they're timeless, but the environment we apply them in today has fundamentally changed. We are now leading in a highly connected international world. The modern global leader has to first understand the global context, really grasping those international business nuances and distinct cultural norms. Second, you absolutely must champion diversity and inclusivity with total fairness and respect. Third, you need the digital fluency to lead virtual teams that are scattered across multiple time zones. Fourth, you have to consciously work to overcome biases in your decision-making, relying on fair, data-driven choices rather than just your gut. And finally, you must stay continuously updated on global changes and challenges. The world shifts incredibly fast these days, and as a leader, you have to adapt even faster.
As we start to wrap up this academic review, if you write down only one single thing from today, make it this critical distinction right here. On the left side, we have personality. Your personality shapes who you are. It is your internal psychological makeup. But on the right side, we have leadership. Leadership defines how you inspire others. It is the external action, the disciplined application of the skills, the styles, and the communication tactics we just talked about to actually move a group of people forward. So, we've covered the definitions, the historical evolution, the essential skills, the 6 styles, and the modern global competencies. The theory is officially on the board, and you are now fully prepped and ready for your exam on Unit 2. But I want to leave you with a thought that goes way beyond the classroom. Memorizing all this for a grade is one thing, but how are you going to lead when the test is real? When it's your actual team, your real-world crisis, and the responsibility rests entirely on your shoulders. Take these concepts, study them inside out, and get yourself ready to actually apply them out there. Good luck with your studying, everyone, and I will see you all next time.